Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Imperial HoloNet. I'm GID123,
And I'm Miracle.
and today we're going to look at a film, a tale, if you will. Some might say this tale is as old as time, and maybe it's a song as old as rhyme.
Maybe it's Beauty, and maybe it's a Beast.
That's right, folks. We're doing the Disney classic Beauty and the Beast, released in 1991, I believe it was the year.
I would think so. It was this, and this was like the golden age of Disney.
They were
This
Disney.
film, and I want to say Aladdin and Lion King were like the golden age of Disney.
It was the Disney Renaissance, which was a period of 1989 to at least 95, 98.
Yes.
Directed by Gary Trousdale and Kirk Wise, who, fun fact, their first ever animated short they ever directed was something for Facts of Life on Epcot Center. So yeah, keep that in mind. First thing they ever did with a little short for a ride at Epcot, and then their second film was Beauty and the Beast.
Interesting.
Yep.
Um,
So cool. What are your initial thoughts on the film before we begin?
I didn't fully see this film until late in life,
Mhm.
but I'm kind of glad I did because I was able to appreciate the film a lot more, just as a culture piece and just as a period of Disney when they were still at their high.
I saw this film early in life and got scared because the Beast is kind of scary. But I did
Yes,
enjoy all the little characters like Lumiere and
Cogsworth and all
Grogworth,
that.
Mrs. Potts. I loved Mrs. Potts.
Oh, you got.
I had some Mrs. Potts little figures and figurines.
Oh, that sounds
I had a
amazing.
Mrs. Potts cookie jar.
This is Pops.
Mrs. Potts. Pops. Mrs. Pop. Yum.
And the funny thing is, we never get into the fact that these are kind of. We never get into the fact that these are servants. We don't deal with that fact much at all, but it's still fun, tongue in cheek that they are still that they are still the Beast guides, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, they're his only friends. So yeah, let's get to it then. Hopefully our DVDs will sync up, especially depending on where we are. So everyone, put in your Blu-ray. We are watching, by the way, the original classic edition.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the special edition with this added song? It's not like much.
From what I've seen, they don't add a lot to the film. They're fun, I'd say, but they don't add too much.
Well, remember, Gaston did shoot first.
Thanks, Rod.
I had to say that. Yes, shout out to you. Okay. So, okay, get your DVDs, times, get your first setup, make sure you're watching the original edition. Get your
Yes, original
timestamps
schedule.
to 000. Hopefully, for some reason mine has 004. Don't ask why, it just does. That's how it starts. Oh well. And press play now.
I should also shout out that the first chapter is called "Once Upon a Time."
Oh, really? That's cool. Well,
They,
I,
and
I,
of
I
course,
don't want to spoil what the Once Upon a Time version of this movie's like. For you.
I wait. There is a Once Upon a Time version of this.
Oh yeah, that's one of the big ships.
One of the big ships.
Shipping relationships.
Oh,
Well, I
okay.
could spoil it for you if you're probably not going to ever watch that show, but I don't know.
I might watch it because you and I might do more commentaries on that show.
That's true. Um,
I also love this
Disney.
Mickey Mouse
Oh, good.
joke
Yeah.
from the Steamboat Willie. This is it's a nice callback to Disney, and it's back when it was
Just Walt. Good old Uncle
yes,
Walt. Da, da, da. I love the music. Da, da.
yes,
I'm so glad I watched this for. Ooh, so
and Silver Screen Partners 4.
the castle reminds me a bit of Snow White's castle in a way.
Yeah, it does. That's the interesting thing is there's nice, and that's the
This
one.
is definitely
one thing,
Snow White like. It's just the way it
yes,
opens
very,
up.
and very Sleeping Beauty like too to some degree,
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
especially in the forest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think more Snow White, but maybe that's just the castle. Oh, and
Yeah.
by the way, fun fact for any fans: the voice actor narrating is not the voice, the actor who plays Winchester on MASH.
Oh,
I,
interesting.
yeah, I don't know if you ever watched MASH or not.
Mm-mm.
That's an old show from the '70s about war in Korea. Very cool. I love how they use the tapestry here to tell the backstory.
Yeah, it's a very nice, stylish opening. and it's very and to start off this commentary, I'm glad we never see the Enchantress again. I'm glad they don't make her the big villain behind the whole thing. She's just the inciting incident to get things happening, even though it's not the inciting incident, but it's the reason why all this is happening.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like, yep, there's just enchantresses walking around the world, just
Yeah.
turning people into beasts or whatever.
Wait, does that mean there's going to be one showing up on my doorstep, and then that means I'm not going to be able to go out into public unless I can?
Well, if you let her inside your house, she won't turn you into a beast.
That's true.
So remember, if somebody offers you the rose, you take that rose and you let her in.
Yes, unless they have the date rape stare.
That's true. Also funny, we actually see the beast right here in that screen pretty well.
Yes, we do.
Even though they make a big reveal of it later in the movie.
And that's interesting. You don't see him in the light, and I guess that's...
You see him in the light later on.
Yeah, you see him in the light later, but not until Belle sees him for the first time when she takes her father's place, and that's... I always like that choice for not revealing him.
Also, they say it's his 21st year. He always came off a lot older in his beast form.
Yes, he did.
Like in his 40s.
Yeah, and how old is Belle?
She has to be at least 19. Same age, if maybe younger, like 19.
Probably. Otherwise, that would make... Because if she were any younger...
This entire story is basically Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
It's just one... Well, also, did you know that, if you think really hard, you can compare Beauty and the Beast to Twilight.
That's a really bad comparison, but it actually works.
I just learned that by watching Some Jerk with a Camera's review of the Cocteau version of this film, French director Cocteau, which, funny enough, they did take inspiration from this film. Like, Belle was supposed to have, like, stepsisters, very Cinderella-like.
Yeah, and if for any of you who have read the original Grimm stories or the stories that this is based off of, she's supposed to have they're supposed to have the typical fairy tale thing of evil stepsisters, but...
Disney already did that. It's called Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella, and
which we should do a commentary on, because I feel like I could actually kind of like that film as well, even though it's not, like, my favorite.
We should do the live action one as well, because Cate Blanchett, and... Also, this is a really fun song. It's a really nice way to start the film off, especially after a really dark and a really colorful but dark opening.
Everybody's judging her. It's kind of sad.
And yes, people, if you have not been judged this hardly in life, believe me, one day you will. Hate to say that. And yes, this takes place somewhere. I want to say somewhere in France.
Well, yeah, Lumiere says this is France.
Oh, does he say it?
Well, he said it in Be Our Guest. You know, they can sing, they can dance. After all, this is France.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, it does make you wonder, does that make the prince a nephew to, like, King Louis or something?
That would be an interesting thing. And that's the interesting thing. We never got sequels after...
Thank gosh, though. Oh,
yes.
I mean, you know how Disney sequels are.
Yeah, some of them are alright, some of them aren't so good. Like, the only Disney sequel that I ever came close to liking was, what was it called? Simba's Pride. That was the only one I kind of liked.
Strangely enough, I liked Return of Jafar, but I watched that as a kid a lot, so that and Jafar is my favorite Disney villain, so...
I always thought that film was boring.
It's actually supposed to be a TV pilot for the Aladdin TV show.
Yes, I know, and that makes a lot of sense. That's why its pacing is very wonky.
And its animation sucks. But back to this movie, look at all the goats.
And also we get a little nod to Prince Charming. That's pretty nice. So she's reading Cinderella. Or something close.
And that book just got devalued big time. He ate the book. Shouldn't the farmer be paying attention to... Oh, there we go.
So yeah, everybody's...
What are your thoughts of Belle? I've always liked her.
She's one of my favorite Disney princesses, especially Kingdom Hearts does a good job with her later, but I've always liked that they took a different approach with her, and this is the interesting thing that you'll see in this film. This is in a way
they just killed the duck.
Yes, this is in a way a period piece. of a time when women weren't that thought of
Right.
as they are today. So
Well,
you'll get to
this
see,
this movie was still made in the '90s, so I feel like I still feel Belle kind of has a bit of I mean, she's definitely the most developed and
yeah.
strong-willed, but I see problems. I mean, you can make problems.
You can make problems, especially with what happens with Gaston, but I think that's her dealing with the whole situation as a whole. And the way they handle it is very well too. But some of the stuff that Gaston says is very
Oh yeah, but that's the point.
yeah.
But no, I was just saying, like, if you compare her to like Rapunzel from Tangled, I don't know. I mean,
Well, like we have to remember this was set back in the days where princesses were still thought of as
yeah. Well, the
the
'90s,
the damsel in distress roles,
right?
except with some cases like Little Mermaid, where it's a bit different.
Well, Little Mermaid had its own problems with Ariel. Um,
Yeah.
oh, I love that line. I love the big dramatic climax of the song.
Yes. That's one thing, and that's the one thing I don't think this movie gets enough credit for. It has a really good soundtrack.
Oh God, yeah. We're not watching the one with Human again, but I actually did watch that one version by accident because I didn't know how to set it up properly. But I really like that song, Human again. That's as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is my favorite song or Be Our Guest. It's one of these two.
Mine is The Tale as Old as Time.
That's definitely everyone's go to.
I mean, it's just that's one of my that's by far my favorite scene in this. And here we go, Gaston's little. How can you read this? There are no pictures.
Well, I feel his pain. I like books with pictures. Why do you think I read comics? Oh, just kidding, just kidding.
Ooh.
Just
And
kidding.
here come the haters.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. Actually, no, I actually love books. I love books.
So, well, in some cases, comics are a lot more
Fun.
have much better ideas than even some novels. But that's a
That's
different story.
that's true. I mean, I've always been more of a visuals guy myself, but I do love books. Don't I'm just kidding, people. I'm
You
just
sound
kidding.
like you sound like Zack Snyder. Oh.
Oh, just kidding, people.
And these and here are the three women that really set in stone what kind of piece that we're looking at here.
That is true.
Also, here's another question I have to ask: did you ever think Belle's father was that crazy? I never bought that.
Nah, he seems like a normal fella to me. Maybe a bit eccentric, but not crazy.
Eccentric, yeah, but not crazy.
I feel like they had like. I mean, yeah, he's a crazy eccentric inventor, but I never see him as crazy. Crazy, just going like just going all over the place.
And here comes a shot of his underwear. Which good comedy. Yeah, that's another thing this film does pretty well is the comic relief, especially when we get to Lumiere, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and all of them later. We really see Disney has really their strong points is doing comic relief and side characters very well. They know how to make some good side characters.
Oh gosh, like I think the best, well, actually the best, and to its detriment, the worst, in a good way, is Sleeping Beauty. Because their side characters are like the three fairies, the horse, and Maleficent. Well, she's the villain, and they're technically their two leads, the prince and princess, Philip and Aurora. They don't have a character. And
Yeah,
that, I mean that's the '50s, I guess, but
yeah. I need to go back. I need to fully watch Sleeping Beauty just to set an opinion about that.
I
About
like
that film.
Sleeping Beauty quite a bit, but I'm just biased towards it.
I also like how Belle has this. She wants more than the life she has,
See,
and I love.
that's the thing, though. I thought about this. She wants more, but at the end, all she really finds is just a very nice guy in the Beast. I mean, I guess if wanting more is being captured by a beast and having to live with him.
Well, yeah, I think that's the kind of the point is that this whole journey she's gone through has given her new perspectives on life, and especially just her relationship with the beast. That's another thing we need to mention that I think it's been hinted that the beast's name, the prince's name, is Adam.
Yeah, they said that in the Disney Wikipedia.
Yeah, and that's a shame we never get that through the movie. But it's also quite interesting, and maybe you could maybe say that's the point that they don't give him a name.
Mm-hmm.
But what's your thought on that?
Well, that's the thing about the Beast. You don't care about the prince. You like the Beast.
Yeah.
Everybody says that, and it's so true. Like, I
Mm.
remember somebody saying, "Oh, I had the quote too. It's from the Cocteau version. That was like the version made in like the 50s. No, not
Yeah.
50s, 40s. Was it 50s? One of those time periods in France. And there was like this woman actress who was talking about it, and she was like, when the prince became the prince again, she was like, oh, give me back my beloved beast, like, It's one of the I don't care really what the name is, to be quite honest. Adam seems like a princely name to me.
Yeah, it's very. You could almost say it's kind of cliche, but it doesn't hurt or take away from the movie at all. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Would it be funny if his last name was Beast something?
That'd be hilarious.
You heard me, Disney. Make it happen. And of course, the sequences in the woods, Sans the one where,
Scary.
yeah, they're scary. They're set up.
I'd be more scared if I were a kid. Well,
Oh yeah, I saw scenes of this movie as a kid. I'm like, nope, can't watch that. Can't watch it.
oh, believe me, I was a scared kid. Yeah.
We were all scared of the dark ones, people.
When I was watching this film, I couldn't help but every now and then think about the Once Upon a Time version, because this film played a big role in that series.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil it unless you want me to, but I don't want to, just say it's very interesting.
Also, do you know that the Kingdom Hearts version of Belle is also voiced by the same voice actress here?
Yeah. If I didn't know that, I'd probably just guess, because I know they got a lot of the voice actors back.
Paige O'Hara, I think is her name.
Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, I recognized her. Also, to delve a little bit into Kingdom Hearts, just for a few seconds, I like what they do with the Beast in the first game.
Yes,
I
do
think
too.
he's like the best integrated character in that
Yeah.
series. Second game, not so much. He just seems like a normal world.
Yeah, and I wish they'd done more with Sora and the Beast relationship. I would have liked it to have been a little more.
In the first game or the second one?
Second.
Okay.
The first one serves its purpose very well.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I love the fact that not only is the Beast in Hollow Bastion, it makes sense if Belle's one of the princesses of Heart.
Yes.
Although it is interesting how they do another version of Beauty and the Beast in Hollow Bastion and Change of Memory, which is not that good.
Yes, it's really, really bad. That's one of the things about Chain of Memories. Its run-throughs of the worlds are very
Paper thin.
very by the numbers, very paper thin, like you said.
Kingdom Hearts
But-
2 had a bit of that problem as well, a little bit. Maybe
A
not
little.
as bad as Chain of Memories.
Well, at least Kingdom Hearts 2 tells a more story that's a little more involved.
That's
But
true.
if we ever do a retrospective of those games, which we probably will at some point, so look forward to those at some point. We're doing, just so everybody's in on the loop of what Joel and I are doing.
Yeah, I have lots of opinions about Kingdom Hearts, and
I do too. So you'll see videos about that in the future, especially after we're going to do some commentaries and some maybe reviews on these older movies. And maybe eventually we'll get to the Kingdom Hearts movies eventually. Oh, and here's Lumiere and Cogsworth.
yeah, if you're wondering what's going on, here's a fun fact. They actually were planning on doing Be Our Guest with the father, Maurice.
Oh, that would have been so interesting.
There's actually a deleted scene of that. I don't know if it's in the movie or if it's online, but I'll show it. I'll find it for you one day.
Nice.
Yeah, that scene was going to happen here.
I could see that happening. That would have been interesting. And then have the Beast like tear it all down and just says, "Oh, you come to stare at the Beast." Ah.
Who's your favorite, Lumiere? Who's your favorite of the servants?
Lumiere.
Yeah.
Actually, no, this is Potts.
Yeah,
This is
probably
Potts, my favorite.
Fun fact: Lumiere is voiced by a guy who does a cop in I think Law and Order.
I can see that.
Let's see.
I can buy that.
I have the voice actors.
Cogsworth kind of gets on my nerves a little bit with how much.
Oh, Cogsworth also is voiced by the narrator.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, who also is the character, Winchester.
Yeah. My problem with Cogsworth is it's been so long. Don't you think he'd try to be a little more open to people to try to maybe help get the Beast get all their conditions back? You'd want to be more welcoming, wouldn't you?
I guess so. I guess Cogsworth. Ooh, that's scary. they
It's,
apparently in some of the earlier drafts, like they could do anything with the beast. Like in apparently in earlier tales, the beast was actually like a pig head. Pig head. That sounds wrong. I had a pig's head.
that sounds scary as heck.
I like this version though. I like the cat-like bull.
Yeah, I like the lion monster esque kind of thing we're going here, and the it's very demon looking.
Yeah.
And for people to say, oh, these people need to deal with the beast differently. I'm like, well, okay, so if you were confronted by a beast, what would you do?
Yeah, be freaked out.
Especially with that much teeth, and he could probably kill you in an instant, except he just locks people in dungeons.
You ever
Because
wonder
that's what beasts do to old dudes.
you ever wonder if he like does that because he knows he doesn't want to cannibalize these people?
That's an interesting point.
He's a
Here is
beast. He should eat people, or I mean, he does eat like a beast. Oh, hey,
and
this
this is
Gaston.
and here comes here comes Gaston. Gaston's really
What?
is misogynist the right word?
Oh, you got yes, he's misogynist. He's every manly word. He's Donald Trump. he's Disney's Donald Trump.
Yes, I can actually say that.
Yay! If he were had hair.
If he had worse hair, which Gaston actually has a nice head of hair.
Mhm.
This is also disgusting. What the thing he does with his teeth.
What are your thoughts as Gaston as a villain? Like, where does he rank?
He'd rank probably in the middle. My problem with Gaston is at the end of the film, he's very different. You could say maybe that's his hunter side kicking in, but he almost seems like a different character when he deals with the beast.
I think that's the point, though. He's supposed to show he's the monster and who's the man. To quote, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Which we gotta do, which is another thing we gotta do.
Yes, we gotta. Yes, it's actually on Netflix, actually.
Oh no, I'm so happy.
But it's just very. It feels weird that maybe I feel like he would be a little more down to earth during that scene, but I could be wrong.
Nah, I mean, you can definitely see he goes from just jerk to pure evil by the end.
Yeah. Right now he's just misogynist, and then later he's just monster. Which we could talk about the theme, monsters, and all that, but
Who is the monster and who's the man? That's something Disney did a lot in the 90s.
yeah. I think Gaston looks a lot better with his hair down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can say a person looks handsome, folks. Doesn't mean that doesn't mean I swing that way.
It took forever to get that mud off.
Yeah, but it took forever to get that one off. I wonder what passes. And it's also by the end of the movie we realize that and I guess you could also make that the people who judged her become the real monsters in the end. A little on the nose, but it's for what they get with the film, it works pretty well.
It's funny how at the end she does get married to the Beast.
Yes,
I assume they get married.
it's a very good thematic movie in a way.
I love that. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty.
That's really pretty.
Here's the money shot. Here's the money shot. Well, I guess it's one of them.
Yep. And then Felipe. What? Where did I hear Felipe from?
Philippe. It's Philippe.
What is Felipe?
It's just another way.
Somebody tell me.
It's like another way to pronounce Philippe, I think. I think it might be Spanish.
Probably is, or French.
Probably French. It's like the phonetic way, I guess,
Yeah.
Because if you add the E.
I'm also glad, and this is just a little minor thing. I don't know, we haven't gotten there yet, but the fact that the Beast lets Belle keep Philippe is also another nice little gesture.
That's true.
That I don't think anybody ever talks about.
Also, okay, here's the scene from the Beauty and the Beast live action trailer. What do you think about that, by the way? Let's talk about that.
We haven't gotten.
No, we never talked.
You mean where she sees the rose?
Oh yeah. No, it starts with her opening the door.
Yeah. Just to give our thoughts on the trailer, I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was fine. I mean, I'm tired of these live action things anyway, but ooh,
It's Emma Watson. You're not excited for Emma Watson as well.
that's true. I think she'd make a good Belle. Otherwise,
I
yeah,
I'm fine with them as long as they're good.
yeah. I like Chip. Chip's cute.
Yes, Chip is very cute. And yes, the live action remakes are cash grabs, but as long as they're good. But the Cinderella live action movie was pretty decent.
Yeah. Yes, he had a chipped tooth in his chip.
Chip the tips.
It's got a little go. It's a girl. They say that. It's a girl.
So the idea is that all these household appliances like Lumiere, Cogsworth, and all the servants basically have immortality if that rose petal falls off, right?
I don't know. That's a good question. Can they die? Can they get old and just wither away? That's a good question. That's kind of a scary question if you think about it.
That's a good question. That makes you really think deep and very hard about what happens with
Like, how does Lumiere not whittle away if he keeps on light?
That's a good question. Well, it's a suspension of disbelief type thing.
It's funny how some things came alive and other things didn't.
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, how come the doors aren't? No, I guess that wouldn't make any sense. This is also scary right here, where the beast is just walking around.
Yeah, he does it very snake-like.
Yeah, it kind of does. I think that's the intention.
Yeah.
But he could die.
Ever notice how the beast always looks away, like he's ashamed?
Yes, that's a nice little added thought. Little added gesture, I mean. And here comes the inciting incident. I'll take his place.
Oh, look at his face, it's like always so conflicted. Like he's either mad or conflicted at the beginning of the film.
Yeah, and I like that we move away from that toward the middle half of the film.
But one thing you notice is the beast starts out like wearing little clothes, and as the movie goes on, he's more and more wearing clothes.
Yeah, and here's the light shot where we see the beast.
I always thought his nose looked like an acorn. It's true. I always thought that. It's like a little walnut. You were going to say something before I interrupted you, sorry?
I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, dang. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to say. How do you feel about the way that Belle treats her father?
What do you mean? You think you get into... I think it's fine. I don't see...
Do you like the relationship?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, you don't see him a lot, but I think...
I know. That's one thing I kind of wish we had gotten a bit more, is seeing the two of them's relationship. I would have loved to have seen the father interact with the beast a little bit more.
And nobody talks about the mother, of course. There's always one dead Disney parent.
Yeah, that's always
it's tradition.
It's tradition, yeah.
Or both parents are dead, in the case of, like, Frozen.
What are these people afraid that they're going to do? What are they afraid that's... Wait, can the beast kill his servants? Has he killed them before? Is that why they're that scared?
I don't know. Maybe he hasn't, but like there's always that chance. Also, I love that beast face. Like he feels kind of bad for her.
Yeah. He has sort of a guilty conscience, and also the interior of this place is really scary, which is the point.
You ever wonder if people actually choose these kind of designs? Like, okay, that demon-looking statue looks pretty nice. I think I'll put it by my in the hallway. I still like, though, how the servants are, like, the beast's closest thing he has to friends.
Yes. And eventually do become his friends after all they go through.
I think they were always his friends in a bizarre, twisted manner.
The good thing I'll say about Kingdom Hearts 2 version of the Beast Castle is the layout is pretty spot on for the most part.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can only do so much with a video game made in 2005.
Yeah, but they did a pretty good job by making it pretty spot on to the original movie for the most part.
Yeah, you had like you get to actually be in Belle's room, and they have the entrance hall. The one thing I would criticize though is that this is kind of everything in Kingdom Hearts looks smaller.
Yeah. which
Well,
from
you
Kingdom
keep.
Hearts, which Kingdom Hearts 3 looks like it's trying to improve upon.
Yeah, I mean, these castles still look pretty good, but it's not the enormous. Also, ever surprised that Gaston never appeared in Kingdom Hearts?
I liked what they did with Zalvin, but I kind of wish we had gotten Gaston.
Like, why couldn't he have been in the first visit?
Well, he is in Unchained X, I think. If I'm incorrect, people, please correct me on that.
That's interesting. Oh well, it seems like the idea is that Kingdom Hearts happened in between the movies.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you ever have the chance to watch the Christmas special of Beauty and the Beast? That Christmas
No,
prequel?
I never did watch it.
I saw some of it. It's not. It's your typical Disney sequel. It's not great, but there are worse things you can watch.
True.
I know
Like
the
you could watch.
nostalgic chick hates it, but it pretty much says that the Beast was turned into a beast during Christmas. They actually show that flashback, but
Oh wow.
they don't show it in like the chain and in the picture like esque thing. Oh, here's the. By the way, we're on the Gaston song. If for anyone
No
not.
one talks like Gaston. I always, for some reason, no one. It all for some reason, the word "no one f's with Gaston" always seems so easy to put into this song, and I get why. And of course, you know why they didn't do that, but it just seems so fitting.
You can make lots of
A
dirty.
kingpin like Gaston. That's hilarious.
No one has an ejaculate. No one has an orgasm like Gaston. No one orgasms like Gaston.
We totally just went there.
Yeah. Oh, come on. There's so many jokes you can make.
Yeah. Also, that's a lot of beer.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what's this little hench guy's name?
LeFou.
LeFou. LeFou.
I once had a weird Beauty and the Beast board game on my Game Boy, which was weird.
Like they had a video game for it?
Yeah, it's like a board game with mini games and stuff.
Okay, that hair shot I really didn't need.
Ugh. Just be happy with his chest. I love it.
All that.
I forget. Is the singer and the voice actor the same guy? Because they got a very good voice actor to do that.
We can look at it in the credits.
I can just look it up myself. I have the Wikipedia page. Yep, Richard White.
Also, Luke Evans is playing Gaston in the live action.
Ooh, I hope he gets.
You don't know?
No,
You don't know who that is?
he sounds familiar. I should know him.
You know that he was the guy from in the Hobbit who was the river guy.
Oh, really? You know what? He reminds me more of the Cocteau version then. That's actually a thing. You look up some jerk with the camera Beauty and the Beast. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the most only like hardcore movie guys would know what I'm talking about when I say the Cocteau Beauty and the Beast.
Like people like Connor.
Maybe. Yeah, I hope so.
Please confirm that, Connor, in the comments if you are watching this at any point. Please give us that confirmation. Because you're our resident movie expert.
Right.
And I hate the village people. They're very terrible. They're just terrible, terrible people.
That's all village people seem to be in these kinds of movies.
Yeah, sadly. I'm trying to think of a movie where
watch
the village
the bear. The bear moves in this scene.
Does it?
Yeah, like it's behind Gaston right now. Keep watching the bear every time it pans out. Like, sees the bear right now. Okay, you go back. I still don't get the sanity. He seems sane to me.
Yeah, I don't get that. That's the one thing I've never bought in this. No, that's one of my issues with the film is I don't buy that. Maurice is as crazy as everybody.
The bear moved again.
Oh yeah, he did move. I wonder if that's a nod.
And look, he's back over. Now he's under the carpet. Maybe he's secretly alive.
Inconsistency, folks, but it happens in every film.
No
one plots like Gaston. No one
takes cheap shots like Gaston played. I don't get it. He's not insane. He just is eccentric.
Yeah, I know eccentric people. Believe me, I know eccentric people who borderline crazy, and believe me, Maurice is not one of those people.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know
If
people like
Maurice
that.
were crazy, he'd be talking about, ooh, the spacemen gave it to me in the dreams.
Yeah,
Poor Bill's crying. There's a lot of that. That's a
yeah,
staple of Disney films. Somebody's crying.
you're gonna cry.
Oh, Mrs. Potts.
What did I just quote, people? If you are in the comments, please tell me what I just quoted.
Did they get back a lot of the old actors for Beauty and the Beast Kingdom Hearts? Like, I know the voice for Lumiere died, like, in the early mid 2000s.
I think they may have gotten Lumiere's voice actor back.
That's cool.
I think, because they all sound pretty much the same. Cogsworth, they definitely got the voice actor
Yeah,
back.
Cockroach definitely. What about Mrs.
If
Potts?
probably,
But it's such a famous actress.
yeah, I forget what her name is.
I
Jeremy John says it.
I should know who Mrs. Potts is. Angela Lansbury, that's right.
Yeah.
She's the most famous. She's been in a lot of Disney things, though. And she was in her own show, Murder, She Wrote, which is one of my favorite shows.
Do they show all the human forms for the?
They show them for the main servants. They don't show it for this person. For the
Yeah, for the.
for the dresser or the chef.
Also, in Kingdom Hearts 2, I hated that you had to. That was such an annoying thing where you had to push her out of the dungeon. That was the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
Also, I can say one thing that does not look. I hate going back to Kingdom Hearts, but the one thing that they did not get 100% correct in Kingdom Hearts 2 is the dungeon.
Yeah. Either.
That's the-
Also, the Beast cape is more red here, and in the game it's purple.
Yeah. You know, coloring. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Oh well.
Well, you go a lot. Actually, it kind of looks purple here. And the light, it looks red, but
Now it's definitely a light, darker red. Or
yeah, it is. Well, right there it is, but in the dark, it looks purple.
he's very animalistic, the Beast, in the early scenes.
Yeah, and it's kind of an evolution of his character. When we go through his and Belle's relationship, we see that kind of change.
I'm gonna
But
make a
above all-
weird comparison here, which probably is nothing, which is not the same at all. But I like Beast the same way I like sort of like CL, like because they're both like these horrible people. Well, I guess Beast is actually a better person probably than CL, but yet they still
yeah.
have this semblance of like family and friends. Like the servants are like I remember in Kingdom Hearts, the Beast put the servants in the dungeon so he wouldn't hurt them.
Yeah. Well, the thing about CL too is that CL kind of sold his soul to the devil and kind of is an arrogant something a good amount of the time.
That's true, but I still think deep down he loves his servants
and his Sebastian.
Yeah, and Elizabeth too, to a degree.
Oh, and also the big thing that Jeremy John says in his review is, "Fine, then you can stay here and starve." And he's like, "I know somebody like that. We all know someone like that."
Yeah.
And you all know someone like the Beast, folks. If you haven't met one yet, you'll meet one in the future.
Well, yeah, people love to change. Try and change people. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
I saw something on Twitter where it says, "I hate trying to change people, but I do it anyway." And I'm like, I hear you.
I try that every day of my life.
Every night of my life, I try again and again to make light come from the sky. Well, that was good.
Oh, that's a good roar. The sad thing though is that because you can't do a sequel, which I wouldn't want a sequel, by the way.
Yeah,
the thing you can't explore is like, are the Beast and the Man the same thing? That sort of kind of.
Yeah, there's a lot you could develop on, but I'm sure Disney at this point probably would be in it for the wrong reasons.
Once Upon a Time tries that and fails, but there's more reasons it fails for that. If I ever tell you why, or you ever find out why.
Also, it's kind of creepy that he can kind of stalk people with his mirror.
Goodness help him if he catches Belle in the middle of a clothes change.
Yeah.
I don't even
What?
want to think what he does.
Yeah, I don't even want to begin to think about how that works. But a monster.
You think he just spends his days in that room ripping things apart every day, or he just cause look at that room? It's like it's all broken down. That was the first
Yeah,
room to go when he became a beast.
yeah. I'm surprised his castle isn't all like that.
Well, it's a big castle. He can't wreck it all.
True. Well, he's a big beast. He can do big beast things.
And who knows what Lumiere? How do a broom and a candlestick do it? That's my question.
Well, how does a candlestick not light that curtain on fire?
How does Lumiere not light everything on fire?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I hope the live action version actually makes a joke about that or something.
That would be hilarious.
Also, are all of these teacups children, and did they all come from
That's
Mrs.
the
Potts?
thing I always wondered. They all look like they could be, but what does she just bring one out every day or so? That would be kind of horrible.
Or were these all children from before the curse? And if
Or were
so,
these all? Or were these? Huh?
and who's Mr. Potts? What happened to Mr. Potts?
What happens to Mr. Potts? There's so many questions I want to know, Disney. Why haven't you told us?
I've never looked up Beauty and the Beast fan fiction, but I'm scared to find out. But just by knowing Once Upon a Time,
Oh yeah, Cogsworth said he's head of the household. This is Lumiere.
well, yeah, he's like the head. He's
Okay.
to make a Black Butler comparison. He's kind of like the Sebastian if he wasn't cool or a demon
Yes.
or subtle.
Subtle. Of all the things we could be comparing Beauty and the Beast to, we're comparing it to Black Butler.
That just shows how I love comparing things.
Yeah.
Well, they did do an Alice in Wonderland thing once about Butler.
Oh yeah.
I'm not surprised.
She's our guest on here. We get the.
Oh, I love the. Oh, here comes my favorite song, or one of them. This is probably like my first #1 favorite song in the movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Broadway version of this?
I have not. I'm trying to
Me
think of what
neither,
Broadway.
but I want to.
I would love to see the Broadway. I have seen the Broadway play of Lion King, and that was amazing.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. I love this song. It's probably the best. Well, okay, it's probably my favorite song in the.
Point out to me when he says France.
Okay, it's very early in the song. You have the subtitles on.
Yeah, I have him on.
Yes, be our guest. Put our service to the test.
The test.
Nick
Sit back as Joel and I serenade you all as the movie continues. I mean, it's obvious it's French, but
Okay, here we go. Here it comes. Here's the line. They can sing, they can dance. After all, this is France.
oh
And
yeah,
there's the Eiffel Tower, which didn't
Oh, yeah.
actually be built. Isn't built until the 1800s. Well, it's true. They didn't build the Eiffel Tower till the late 1800s, and this is like pre-Revolution France,
yeah.
which is a sad sight if you think about it, because they lived during the Revolution. You know what happened to all the royals.
Wait, isn't that where one royal built Versailles and had where all the nobles to sit in the?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where he's like. That was a genius move by Louis XIV. He took all his nobles and the royals and put them in a house so he'd have control over. He says, "You want a good place? I'll give you a good place. Just come and live with everybody else."
Even though it backfired later when they forgot about the people they were serving. I mean, well, ruling over.
Yeah.
Got themselves injured. Oh, I love Cogworth. Like, oh, I'm out of here. See, they must be hot.
Yeah, no kidding. You have to wonder.
It's a lot of bad luck.
Yeah.
You have to wonder what?
You have to wonder just how the day in the life of these household items go. What do they do with their time?
Like, you wonder what the beast eats. Like, does they have human food, and he eats human food later in the film, but
what do they do? What do they do throughout the film? We don't really need to know that, but it's just something that always made me wonder, what does he do what is his daily life like, just sitting in despair?
Well, the servants still have chores even if the master doesn't directly order things. Like, they have to keep sure the place is clean, they have to make sure the fires are brewing, they have to,
Well, bang up job of keeping the beast room clean.
I think that's the one room they're not allowed to go into.
Yeah.
Human Again actually is one of the reasons I like that song. It's like they actually show them cleaning the castle, getting it all prepped up
Yeah.
to how it used to be.
Also, this candle scene's really cool.
I love this part. I used to have Disney sing-along songs, and this was one of them.
I did too. This was one of them too. That chandelier, I would love to have a chandelier like that. I would love to have a chandelier like. I would love to have a room big enough for the chandelier in the ballroom.
I love to have a chandelier and a bunch of talking servants singing.
Who wouldn't want to have a bunch of talking servants?
Yeah.
Household utensils.
Like oh, you see him.
And he just slaps Cogsworth out of the way. He's like, out of here with your BS.
And now he's taking all the credit.
Yep, well, whoops. Hang on a minute. Keep going.
Oh, sorry. I'm just, admiring the scenery here. I love these two. They're like always arguing. I love it. Also, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious it's an enchanted castle. Actually, here's something I realized. Here's something I realized. Belle never finds out about the curse.
Well, by the end, she has to have known about the curse.
But yeah, but nobody tells her. Like, nobody tells her why the beast is keeping her. Like,
well, and this is the thing we can kind of argue about. If you did that, couldn't that affect it and put more pressure on her?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. I think it would actually hurt their relationship. Might put some doubts. Added drama, which I don't know if that. Well, the movie's fine the way it is. I'm just saying.
Also, those armors had to stop and stare.
Also, you know what? No, I take it back. I don't think that would have been a good idea. Sort of like that lie revealed whole trope, even though there's not really a lie going on.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if you wanted to do that and make it work, just have Belle go, okay. Like, I don't, like, have her understand. Don't have her all be all freaked out about it.
Yeah. That would have been good development on her part, too.
Right.
Ooh, that's the West Wing. Also, this is Curiosity, folks. Curiosity killed the cat. Well, the cat almost killed her.
Oh, yeah, because he looks like a cat. He does look like a cat, doesn't he? In some ways, a cat mixed with a dog.
A really lion demon looking cat.
More like a bull mixed with a lion.
Yeah.
Which was actually inspired again by the Cocteau version. In fact, the original draft of this film, where Belle had the evil sisters, is actually based off the Cocteau version. Unlike these two, like, they're just dancing off, thinking she's behind. But yeah, you should really look up the Cocteau version of Beauty and the Beast.
You mean the original storybook version?
No. It's a French version called La Belle and la Bête, which is Beauty and the Beast in French.
Well, even the Grimm story, I think, has the stepsisters.
Well, yeah, it's based more off the Grimm story, but I'm talking more aesthetically, the designs and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And the idea of the servants being alive. Like, I don't know if that's part of the story. I never read any of the Grimm versions. I know in Snow White, the queen wants to eat the heart.
Ugh.
But apart from that, like, I don't know.
Brody. Also, how does the Beast not see her until now?
I don't know exactly. Like, is he in the room?
That's what I wonder. I'm like, this is a pretty small room. How would he? What is she just lying in wait to see what she does? I thought he
was just sulking and just like doing that whole like he curls up in a big ball.
Yeah, but I don't know what else. But how do you not hear those footsteps? I mean, you're a beast. You have to have some sort of magnified hearing.
Oh, also in the Christmas midquel, like Beauty and the Beast, the Enchanted Christmas, you actually do get to see the prince what he was like as a little brat.
That would be kind of an interesting thing to see.
It's not very interesting, actually.
Here's the money shot from the trailer.
It's very typical. Oh, you're right. He was in the room, I think.
Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't. That's a really interesting look. I'm sorry. I warned you never to come here. Also, we're already halfway through this movie.
Wow, that's
Also, that's also the typical line of Beast, "Get out," which is also used in his limit
I
break.
love this. Like, look at this. Like, oh, he's like, oh, dang it, I screwed up again. Like, oh, dang.
Also, can the Beast leave the castle?
Yeah, he can leave the castle
Then I don't know what's. Then why does he not leave? Because
cause he's a beast. You know, like I don't think people take kindly to beasts.
that's true, but he could always live in the well. He has a nice
I
castle.
don't.
So.
Yeah, it's a nice castle. I think he doesn't. Well, I think that's the point. I think he's trying to keep on to what little humanity he has. Like
That's
maybe
true.
that's why he doesn't go out because he's afraid he's gonna eat somebody.
That's true.
Like you never see him like eating animals. I'm
Well,
curious what Creative Liberty's live action version would take. If I were doing a live action version, I like to like try to hint that he wants to eat animals or something,
yeah.
like to make him even more beastly.
Also, these are some really slow ass wolves.
That's one strong. Yeah, of course. Oh,
Yeah.
look, her
Well,
dress doesn't even look that wet. She looks
yeah.
Well, he did leave the castle to go save Belle. That's to be fair.
True.
Maybe do you think that Beast was like watching her through the mirror, like make see what was happening, and like when he saw this, like okay, maybe I should go rescue her.
No, I think he probably just went on after her. I think that's always the impression I got.
Well, I don't know. Like if she had escaped back to her village, would he come back? Like he didn't seem very. Well, that's very beastly.
Also, that's very beast like. This is my girl. And he's getting torn apart. That has to hurt, even as a beast.
Yeah, I love the lighting.
Yeah, lighting here is really cool. I love the whole red here. It's a really nice offset.
Makes everything look pink.
Well, pinkish red. And also, I buy that Belle does.
Ooh, blood. There actually some
Oh
blood.
yeah, I do see the blood.
Well,
I also buy what Belle does here, that she doesn't leave him.
me too, and she could have.
She could have. She could have ditched him and left him for dead.
She comes back.
This is good development on her part.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she's got to be soaking wet. How did she get him up on top of that horse?
Maybe the horse came up, and the horse.
That's true.
Looking at it like a cat. I love the little argument they have here.
Yes. I love how the utensils back up.
I like how she's not even scared now. She's like they're two arguing.
Well, if he hadn't run away, this wouldn't have happened. This is like every child has an argument with someone like this.
I love Beast look here, like I gotcha. Nope.
Yep. This is when you see that something's starting to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, thank you for saving my life.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Oh, the first genuine smile.
And he says, "You're welcome."
Mm.
Such a good. Oh, and here it comes. This is a creepy scene.
And
This
fun fact: the Asylum guy is voiced by Frollo, Toby Jones.
that actually makes sense.
You didn't recognize the voice?
I probably would have. When I first watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame, I watched a different dub of it, so I didn't hear the original voice acting.
How did you watch a different dub?
It was on YouTube at one point.
That's odd, but okay.
Yeah, it might have been the original voice acting. It could have been, but I don't know.
Yeah,
sometimes people will sneak in the Disney movies onto YouTube, and then you have to catch it at the right time to see them.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the voice of Frollo.
That makes a lot of sense.
He also does a bunch of other voices as well. He did the voice of Megabyte for a show called Reboot.
He needs a monocle.
Oh yeah. He passed away, sadly, the voice of Frollo.
Oh, that sucks. Actually, that makes sense, because in Dream Drop Distance, that's clearly not the voice of Frollo.
I know, that's why I don't like Dream Drop Distance, Hunchback of Notre Dame, among other things.
Yeah, It's nowhere near the same level of storytelling
It's
as
because you can't get away with that sort of thing Hunchback did anymore.
yeah. I mean that kind of stuff was that movie just as a whole was very dark. But anyway, back to the movie.
I don't know. Do you ever? So here's something I've always wondered, which this scene kind of has interesting things to think about. How much time passed? How long was Belle in the Beast Castle?
I would say probably at least a month or two.
Okay, that's interesting. That means he's been sitting there for a month, and Belle's father's been out there for a month. And that's even added more confusion when you get to the human again sequence.
At least that's what I think. Like maybe I don't know. The passage of time is one of the things this movie doesn't always have an easy time getting away with.
Well, clearly Christmas has already happened if you believe Beauty and the Beast Christmas is canon.
Yeah.
Which is not, I'm just saying. I promise you don't intend to keep. Ain't that right, fellas?
No, it has to be. Yes. That I love how the commentary about the treatment of women at this time. They actually really kind of do some commentary on it. It's quite nice.
I'm curious what kind of commentary they would do in the modern version,
That'll be interesting. I would love to see how they handle it. Also, how did the Beast find out that she loved books?
I have no idea. I don't maybe she.
That's part of that's another issue with this is that we're supposed to be under the impression that things have happened and we just don't know about it.
Well, clearly, I mean, look, he's wearing a shirt now.
Yeah, so time has to have passed.
I love how excited he looks.
Yeah, it's a really nice nice contrast to what he was in the beginning. He actually looked genuinely happy.
Yeah.
Also, Belle's dress here is pretty nice. Not as nice as her ballroom dress, but
also there were shorts in the Beauty and the Beast. Like, I almost wonder if they were trying to do like a Beauty and the Beast TV series, like they did with Aladdin and Hercules.
I don't know how you could have done that.
Well, it took place in between. Like, so it's like a midquel, which the Christmas version is too. So it's sort of like the untold passage of time.
Yeah. Also, we're about to get another song. This is the only time we ever hear Beast sing.
Oh yeah.
And he actually they actually get a nice singing voice for him. It's a really nice it's a really nice tone for him. And this is how he eats. And I like how how the utensils really try to help him out. Shows they really do care about him. Even they really do care about him, but they also you can tell that while they want their human forms back, you can tell that they do care.
Yeah, they care about him. I think they always have. I'm curious why though. Like, if I weren't so against like sequels and prequels to these things. Not that I'm against the concepts of prequels and sequels. It's for Disney things.
Yeah.
I would be curious, like, what was the Beast like as a kid? Like, was he good, but then he like became bratty as he grew up? Or what?
I would have loved to have seen what they would have done with the prequel to this.
Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it would have worked necessarily. I don't think it would have. Well, you probably needed a very talented person to make it work.
Yeah.
But I would love to see like. Because clearly the servants are older than him, like way older, and probably were serving him for a while.
Probably.
So maybe they seen his good side. And
that's true.
And then something bad happened, or
And part of the movie needs a suspension of disbelief in order for this for all this to really feel right. And that's why I think a prequel would have cemented that a lot more if they had done it right.
Yeah, I mean, it's Disney. You always need a suspension of disbelief for everything.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, it's a fantasy type thing.
That's true. It's 90s Disney.
And he's no Prince Charming, but there's something in it. I love that line.
Oh, yeah.
Also, isn't this scary that he's about to bring up a... Look at that!
He still loses, though. It's cute, though. They're having fun.
And you really buy that the relationship grows too.
Oh yeah, I think that's just like this is when Disney relationships started getting a lot better than they meet their love forever.
Yeah, there was actual drama and actual development here.
Little Mermaid tried, and
Little Mermaid tried, but
It didn't.
the problem was their prince wasn't very well developed.
Ooh, they cut. It's, it's weird cut because I'm so used to Human Again right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot Human Again's right there. And then
Ooh.
oh, we're about to come to my favorite scene in the movie, people.
Oh,
Probably the most iconic scene in this scene
in all of Disney.
in all of Disney. This is the scene a lot of people will call back to.
Part of me now just wants to see like Sora and Donald Goofy in the background giving the Beast a thumbs up.
That would be great. And we're about to come to this scene. And I wish I could hear the sound on this because, as you all know, Joel and I don't watch this with sound, just so y'all don't hear it through the
Copyright
podcast because copyright, sadly. Your lady awaits.
Yay!
And here we go. Here comes the scene. I love Belle's dress. This is probably my favorite Disney dress.
Oh yeah. Oh, see, look how he's just like he's all upright now because he's no longer hunched. Like I was saying, he was
Yes.
always hunched over.
Yeah, it's a really nice look for him.
Mm-hmm.
I love his smile here. He has this really goofy smile, but a tale as old as time.
True as it can be.
Even though I can't hear it, I'm hearing it in my head. So just know, people. And then somebody bends.
Sorry.
Also,
darn outside. I like the Beast. He's trying so hard.
oh, there's wine in the background. I wonder what kind of wine that is.
It's like
I would say red wine of some sort. Both a little scared. I love that line. Both a little scared. Neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast. And there's that beautiful, beautiful ballroom and that chandelier.
See, just picturing Sora and Donald and Goofy in the background now. Just like, go, dude.
It's like Civil War with Buffy with Bucky and
oh gosh.
and
oh yeah, it's like you go, dude.
and they were like, yeah.
I've actually seen I think I've seen pictures actually of Sora and Kyrie in the dress in the suit. Oh, I love this scene. This was the early use of digital computer animation.
And it paid off so well.
Like the background's clearly digital.
Yes,
but these two are 2D printed, made.
But even so, it looks absolutely stunning.
I hate bringing Kingdom Hearts in, but in this beautiful theme, but you can actually fight in this ballroom.
Yes, a really pain in the butt boss fight is in this room. Especially depending on what.
Ooh, mood lighting.
And here's another suspension display, but you get it, and it's where the lighting. Song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast. Ah, the feels. The feels.
So good. Oh, the chip's all tired. Oh, I love it. Oh, this is so good. This feels really well paced.
Yes, it is very well paced.
At least I think it is. Yeah, I mean, we're in it. So, well, these are Disney films, and they're not that long.
Yeah, they always took their time when need be, but they weren't terribly long.
Not 2 hours.
Yeah, no kidding. So we're an hour into this. We've got about 20 to 30 minutes left.
I love how look at them just sitting on the porch. Oh.
Yeah. Are you happy here with me?
Oh, so.
Also, I love Belle's hair.
Yeah.
That's a really beautiful hairdo. I would love to see. I hope they do the same hairdo in the live action. They have to.
Yeah.
He always getting these good ideas.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to see Beast not hunched over. It's a really nice image.
Yeah.
I love how she just immediately knows I'd like to see my father. Please show me magic mirror. Please show me the way I can be.
Well, I don't think it's very hard. I think you can easily figure it out. I love Beast's look. Like he knows, like this is the right thing to do.
Yeah. But this is a natural progression because this is when he knows that he actually loves her.
Yeah.
Like before, he said you care for the girl more than anything, but he doesn't say he loves her.
Right.
You're no longer my prisoner.
I feel that I feel like Belle would have came back, especially if that Rose thing hadn't been going on.
I think so too. I think she naturally would have come back. I would love to see a fan fiction of that actually taking place, just removing Gaston in the village.
Yeah.
That would be a really interesting story.
Well, that and there probably was less. There was more time. There'd be more time.
Yes.
Because that Rose looks like it's about to go dead, down.
Yeah. Also, when we see the rose at the beginning, it is clearly not wilting.
Yes, it's so clearly some time must have passed. Well, clearly his birthday must have been coming then.
Yeah.
No, wait, because his birthday was Christmas. That's right.
His birthday was Christmas. That's gonna Christmas is a birthday. That's gonna be it's gonna be interesting having your birthday on Christmas. And because I love her, that's a good line. Hey, did what?
I know. Oh, poor little Chip.
She's going away, but he was so close. Then that's it. She has to love him in return.
I'm curious what Belle actually did feel when she left. Like, clearly.
Well, clearly she had feelings for him, but if they do the Flash season 1 thing where events kind of trigger the love.
I guess that's true. I mean, I guess I don't know how magic works on this. Like, what counts as love? That is my question.
How long was her father there?
How long was he there? That's my question, Mr.
Yeah, how long was he? Look at him. Look, he looks like he's about to have frostbite.
Actually, Belle would have had to come back to bring Chip home. That's nothing.
Yeah, true. So it would have been set up anyway for her to come back. So, but the Beast. Yeah. Also, what's your opinion of? Do you think Belle sells the Beast out by showing him the people?
No, I don't think that was her intention. I just thought,
I don't think that was her intention either, but I can see that argument being made.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beast. People, I think she said show the Beast. The Beast shown. Beast isn't very happy that very particular moment. First impressions were not very good.
That's true.
Plus, she was trying to protect her father from going to the loony bin.
That's true. And there is the really animated asylum guy. I have come to collect your father.
Asylum de Loons. Now, I know I wonder if this is a statement of our mental health system, which I know is pretty bad, but asylums are never treated well. They're always the bad guys.
Yeah, sadly. And that's a shame, too, because the idea behind them is noble, but most times their portrayals mostly aren't very well.
Well, our mental health system is like cruddy, but really.
Yeah, sadly. For any of us who have learning infringements, knows what the mental health system. It's still developing people, and yeah, it's shitty. But
look at this guy. He's like, I think he enjoys being evil. Like, he got red eyes. Like, yeah. What? Did he become a doctor just so? Oh, I get to torture people. Yay! It's a power trip.
Well, you have to. Some people probably get into that for that job to do that.
It's true. That's true.
That's the sad part.
Okay, here's a fun fact. Going back to the Cocteau version, the old La Belle and the Bête, the actor who played the Beast also played Gaston, or their version of Gaston, in the live-action movie.
Oh, wow.
Because they were supposed to be like, they really are paralleling the two.
Yeah. Is it dangerous? No, I never hurt anyone. I know he looks vicious, but he's kind of... And this is when Gaston's like, oh...
Do we know he's playing the Beast in the live-action Disney version?
We probably do, but I'll look that up real quick.
If it's the same guy who's playing Gaston, then they're definitely going a Cocteau route.
Let me look it up real quick. Just keep talking.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is a pretty good song. It's very dramatic. The village mob.
Yeah, very, very ominous too.
And Gaston's deep booming voice. Did they get that voice actor back for the Broadway version?
I'm not sure, actually.
I heard that somewhere.
Action.
He does sound like could be on Broadway. So
Yes, he does. Dan Stevens as the Beast. Oh, Dan Stevens.
oh, so it's the same guy.
Is it?
Didn't you say that was who he's playing Gaston as well?
No, Luke Evans is playing
Oh,
Gaston.
okay, I was wrong then. Never mind.
Oh, and Ian McKellen. Ian McGregor is Lumiere, and Ian McKellen is Cogsworth.
Oh, we gotta tell Red.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, Ian McKellen is Cogsworth. Yes, I can see it.
And Ian McGregor as Lumiere.
Oh, French Obi-Wan.
That's even better.
I love it.
I gotta see that.
Gaston's manhandling Belle. I don't like it. No.
Yeah.
Man, these village people. What would ever happen to the village people after the whole thing? Like,
that's a good question. What do they do?
burn down the village. They should all die.
Burn down the village.
Why?
Now these people actually kind of look like a cult.
They are. They're the cult of Gaston.
The cult of Gaston. I bet you there's a fan group somewhere out there called the Cult of Gaston.
Well, you know Gaston probably does actually have fangirls. For all the right or wrong reasons. Or maybe
Ladies out there, do you think Gaston is hot? I'm just curious.
I'm sure there are people who do.
Like on Jeremy Johns' video, a girl told him that she thought Mufasa was sexy.
You know, I'm sure there are people who. Usually, Lion King strangely has a big fan fiction base.
I'm sure.
Especially like in terms of like origin stories, like for Scar and stuff. Like there's weird fan art going on. I remember Nostalgia Chick's review of Lion King 2, she said it was very fanficky.
Yes.
Anyway, back to this movie. I love it. I would like the.
Could it be? Is it she? Nope, it's not her. It's the people coming to tear down your castle, tear down your walls, tear down your castle.
Did you think the Beast had like any authority? Like he's a prince. What is he prince
That's
of?
what I've always wondered.
Is
I
he
don't
prince
know.
of the village?
That's my question. Like, what is he the prince of?
I mean, I guess we have like the. I mean, to be fair, sometimes you just have a prince who's just lucky and got to be the prince, but he doesn't have no authority over anything. He's just royal blood, like the cousin of the nephew.
Yeah,
is he like a noble who just had a piece of territory, or what?
And that's the thing. We never hear about a king. We never hear about a queen. We never hear about a village that he rules over. But here's a hit. He does say take her when he talks to that carriage. He says take him to the village. So he knows of its existence.
I guess.
So maybe he was at one point the prince of it, and then it just long forgotten that he was.
Well, it's the European. It's not like you can call up the prince and go, "Hey, prince, I got a problem here," like we can today with our leaders. Like it's like the village does its thing, and the prince really wants something, he'll go get it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'll just leave, and you're in your own little sectors, do your thing.
So you have to wonder what did they do with these people? What did they all just run off? Because
I think you see a runoff.
Or did they kill them?
Into the dungeon. That's where they all are. They're in
the dungeon.
Oh god, there's some scary
all
things.
These terrible misogynist people are in the dungeon.
Hey, I could be making a lot worse jokes with Beauty and the Beast, believe me.
You can just go somewhere on the internet. You'll find
Fanfiction.
Fanfiction.com if you want. Chip's actually really smart here.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, Nostalgia Critic did say Belle was his favorite, hottest animated person.
Well, she is.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Tomatoes. Also, what can you do?
Oh, here's something.
Oh, that's probably boiling hot tea too. Oh, see those cups were alive.
Yeah, but
wait,
are they all children?
Are they all
Mrs. Potts'
children?
Are they all Mrs. Potts' children?
Are we cool? Wait, are we? I'm not even gonna think about that hard. I'm gonna think about that.
Oh, Napoleon. No,
Napoleon. He has a gun too. That's awesome.
He's melting, but yeah, he doesn't melt with his own lighter. That's so weird. You're a few centuries behind. Yeah. Do you ever wonder if Hunchback and Beauty and the Beast can take place in the same continuity?
That would be an interesting.
It takes place in France, in Paris.
That would be an interesting proposition.
Just think. Frollo doesn't know that a few miles down there's a beast who's like against everything he stands for.
Yeah.
Just think the Beast and Frollo meet. Ooh, like purge the world of sin.
That's really. Oh yeah, they run off.
Yeah, see, they did run off. They're okay. They're alive.
And there's a trailer jump shot of all of them.
Oh yeah. I forgot
And stay out.
I remember. There's always fun things about a Disney shared universe. I'm not talking Kingdom Hearts. I'm talking about within the movies.
Uh huh.
I know that Frozen and Tangled take place in the same universe,
Oh wow.
and apparently the rumor is that the kingdom that Prince Eric from Little Mermaid is had a picture of Aurora, so that happens in the same universe.
That's
Maybe in the
interesting.
future.
That would be interesting.
My guess
Maybe
is
maybe they're his parents.
maybe.
Maybe they're his great grandparents. Gaston just feels a little. He's really animated here.
Oh, poor Beast! You just want to give him a hug. You just want to hug the Beast by the end of this, don't you?
Yes.
Like, just go. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Big guy. Wait, the father came?
Yeah.
He didn't do anything in the movie after. Ooh,
Yeah, he doesn't do anything in the movie.
There we go. Now the Beast got back. But now he's a Beast for good.
He's the good
See, that's
Beast.
the thing I was talking about when you said you can show, like, what parts of the Beast are left. Like, here the Beast is in Beast mode, but for good reasons.
Yes. He's the Beast because he chooses to be.
Not because he has to. He did it for all the right reasons.
Wow, I totally just made that reference.
No, that's a good reference. I mean,
Yeah.
use it for good. Use that power for good.
Yes. Come out and fight.
You know what? Kingdom Hearts should have done something like that. That's where you explore those sort of things.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, I feel like Riku and the Beast should have, like, a weird story, especially after Kingdom Hearts 1, and we all know what happened.
that
Like, they
would've
don't
been
trust
great.
each other, but yet they're kind of going through similar things.
If only Days have dealt with that.
Oh, that would have been great. I'm
That's
sure
over
there's
Beast.
I would love to see a fan fiction done right. And I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there are too. And this is back to our point. He is good here because he
Doesn't kill.
spares Gaston.
Right,
It's Gaston's own fault he gets killed.
right.
And most every Disney villain except Shan Yu fall to their death.
No,
Fun fact.
Maleficent, she got stabbed.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, Prince stabbed her right in the heart, and then she fell.
Well, I said most of them.
Okay, let me see who else. Jafar got sucked into a genie lamp. Scar got eaten.
Frollo.
Scar,
Scar kind of fell to his demise.
he fell. No, he fell. Then he got eaten by the
Yeah.
hyenas. Shere Khan ran off. Ooh, ouch. You know, I don't think that's a kill shot. I don't think that's a kill wound. Maybe I don't know. I don't know where.
Well,
it pierced.
maybe. Well, maybe he has. Well, maybe it's his heart is.
You ever
And there
notice
goes
that
Gaston.
if
Bye,
you-
Gaston.
If you pause, you can actually see like skull. Oh, look, the blood. You actually see like skulls in the eyes as he falls down.
Oh wow.
It's funny they show blood for like a few seconds and they clean it up. Probably they don't want to scare the kitties.
Yeah.
Apparently they. Did you hear the story that they actually showed? They showed an incomplete version of this movie before it came out, and it was so good. Apparently, like they said, you can show this in theaters and make money. That's how good it was. Like a draft, like a rough draft version.
Uh huh.
Like there was still like uncompleted animation. And it was still
Oh
that-
wow.
But it was they said it was that good. You could show it in theaters.
Huh.
I think that was for Beauty and the Beast.
Everything's gonna be fine. We'll
Her
see.
hair looks more lighter brown here.
Yes, it does. Well, it kind of looks that same way in the ballroom scene too.
Maybe she dyed it. I don't know.
Maybe she did. Well, did they had dye back in that time?
I don't know. Ooh. To be fair, if you think about it, Belle resurrected somebody right here.
Yes. Wouldn't it be funny if people just started coming to her saying, "Please resurrect our children"?
Yes. Oh boy. The
That would
strange,
be
the
good.
strange thing is that while he does become human at the end, part of you almost wants him to stay in the beast form.
Yeah, that's the strange part because he almost becomes like a teddy bear at this point. But then again, you have to wonder how Belle and him would have ever.
Let's
You know.
not go there.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Have you ever seen that ridiculous movie? Um, what's it called? Is it called? No, it's not Enchanted. That's the wrong one. It's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
no, not that one. It's that Disney Channel movie about the kids of the Disney villains.
That sounds really terrible.
I know it is. It is terrible. And the idea is like they have like the main love interest is the son of Beast and Belle for some reason. I forgot what
Ugh.
it's called. It's really stupid, even though I kind of like it. Maleficent's played by the good fairy from Wicked.
Oh wow.
And all the
And
Disney
here he,
villains are like over the top and stupid. I forgot. Oh, here we go.
and here is Prince Adam, folks, the Prince of something.
Prince of France, probably. And he,
Well,
and
is he
he,
king? Wait, are we to hear that this is King Louis's son?
well, I don't know. Is Louis? Is this 1600s France? Like where are we in France? French history here?
This is a good question.
Maybe he's a cousin. You don't have to be his son to be a prince.
That's
And here's
true.
the character nobody really liked. Well, okay, that's not fair, but we all prefer the Beast.
Yeah. But it has come to a full fruition that
It's,
maybe is the beast, and maybe
that's
no,
it's the eyes. It's all about the eyes.
it's all about the eyes. That's why Belle continues her love. She's like, "You got the best eyes."
Yeah.
It's the first time they kiss because
It's still funny though. You still want the Beast though. Because that's the character you grew to love.
exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go.
And here we go.
And the spell is broken.
It's broken.
Somebody
I
leave
love
the
his. I do love his reaction to all of them turning human again. That does feel good.
Is that a monkey? Okay, that's an angel.
That's an angel.
Well, one of them looked like a monkey.
And here
And
is Lumiere.
all the statues.
Lumiere actually looks very younger.
Ever notice how the prince looks more human, but the servants still look more cartoony?
Yes, that's kind
Lumiere
of
looks
funny.
the most cartoony.
Yeah,
Aw. Oh look, well Chip looks humanish.
yeah. And Mrs. Potts kind of does too. All right, let's see if we can see if characters we know. We see the
The brush.
yeah, who Lumiere obviously.
The brush maid. Well, actually, there were lots of brush maids, so.
And here comes the resolution to Lumiere and Cogsworth's little feud with each other.
Nope,
Kind of.
not really. It's just some things never change.
Exactly. Oh, I love that he still has a clock.
Oh,
A little
look.
pocket watch. That's awesome.
So, does that mean Belle's father and Mrs. Potts got together, or what?
I don't think that was the intention, but I'm sure there's fan fiction of that everywhere.
Well, they're together, and they're old people.
Also, so are we to what about her other children, or does she have other children?
Oh, here we go. I love this part.
Certain as the sun.
I love this part in the original film.
Yeah. Song is all this rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
So you do always wonder what happened to the Enchantress.
Maybe she continued her journey to just smite people.
Probably. What if she came back on this castle and goes, "You did good, Prince. You did good."
That would be cool. It would be cool if she comes back and is going to do the same thing, but he actually takes her in.
Oh, I hope they don't add like a subplot in the live action version about the Enchantress.
Oh, that would be terrible.
You know they can. But wow, we did it. We did it. We watched the movie. We watched the whole movie.
Yeah, this actually went really well.
And quick. So many Kingdom Hearts references too. Actually, not a lot as I was expecting.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I love this movie. I love this film. So good. It's so good. It's strangely not one I go back to a lot, but it's definitely one you gotta go back to.
It's definitely
That's a weird contradiction, but yeah.
So, any final thoughts?
Really good movie. It's the best. It's probably Disney's golden film. Probably it's always going to be Disney's golden film.
Yep, it's going to be Disney's golden film, and now they're remaking it, and maybe we'll do a commentary on that one day. So look forward to that.
Oh yeah, we should probably. We should. Yeah. I'm curious. You want to do a commentary also on that live action Maleficent, just to bash it?
That would be interesting. I've actually never seen it, so maybe it could be you introducing me to it.
I hear people like it.
But yeah, people, thank you
Oh
for
wait, what are
watching
your
us.
final thoughts? You give it to
Oh
you.
yeah, right. Uh, Definitely Disney's golden movie. You really can't beat this. There are movies that come close, like Aladdin and The Lion King, but
And
this
I
is
like those
the
movies more. To be fair,
yeah, huh?
I like those movies more. To be fair, but that's just
I,
personal taste.
but this is the one that's going to be remembered the most,
Okay.
probably.
Oh yeah, I mean, can't beat that. And I hope to see the Broadway version. I really want to see that on Broadway.
I do too. So yeah, people, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comments telling us what you thought of the movie. And this has been Joel Davis.
Yep, and that has been Nero Cole, and we have just watched that Tale as Old as Time, that song as old as rhyme,
Beauty
Beauty
and
and the
the
Beast.
Beast.
Thank you.